You said something about next generation leaders. Will you talk about that? What do you mean?
We all take our time to go to school, and it is a process, and education is a constant process. But what is the point of education if you don't lead? I don't think leadership is advocated enough in programs, so hence why STUDENTdirect and YoungINC. And media was a good way to introduce people to challenge themselves. But the real goal is for them to become next-gen leaders in any of their industries.
Would you give it a prime example?
Well, right
What
now,
a next generation leader, like, how would that apply to someone like
many
you?
Members of the STUDENTdirect community who have evolved, who are now YoungINC.LA official, they are the executive teams of their own nonprofits or their own private companies or media groups, which is amazing. I think that's just amazing and brilliant.
Okay, how are you going to apply that on a personal level, let's say for yourself?
For me, my goal has always been politics. Not just in the US, but throughout the world.
Throughout the world.
Correct.
So how you plan to, what is your plan to make a major impact?
Last year, a good friend of mine made a phone call to a small political party, of which they took warmly to my idea of running for office. And,
you're thinking of running for office?
Correct.
Wow. This is the first time I had a person come up there and say, hey, I'm thinking of running for office. So maybe we could find out, what are you going to run for office?
2016, it will be the US Senate.
2016, wait a minute. Wind that back. 2016, you going to run for state senate?
That was last year. The direction today is US Senate.
Wow. Now
because it's not about me, it's about the movement. It's about every young person realizing, why isn't anyone in Congress that's in their 20s or in the Senate that's in their 30s? Why are we diversifying? Millions of constituents are young and they need a voice.
True. True is that. We can learn to hear from everybody. We need more women involved in politics, people of color. We need people who are physically challenged. Why not the younger folks? That's true. That's
Correct.
True. And what impact do you expect from that?
I believe people like diversity, which is very much lacking in the Senate. And it's no one's fault, it's just there's no candidate that's diverse. I feel that I am diverse. And it's gonna be very compelling and controversial. And it's also a responsibility that I take seriously. And I'm here to lead others. My campaign's gonna be very noble, very much like what I've done the last 10 years. People can do the research and see what I advocate for.
Well,
but the question is about leading and working as a community.
Yes. If your candidacy or where you run your elections, anything like STUDENTdirect, you will definitely make an impact. Tell us about the clip we're going to see next about four gen leaders.
I'm all about sincerity, and I think my friend, I just want to talk about.
Hi, welcome to Next Gen Leaders. Today we will be discussing, as a public forum, some of the issues that we feel need to be addressed. Here with me today is Mr. Joshua Chit Tun. Josh.
How's it going?
How's it going? Good to have you again.
Thank you. You who don't have a conscience, it has to be done consciously because there is an effect. Be accountable, be responsible. You are part of the problem, which can also be part of the solution. So today I'll be talking about these issues I have: child abuse, bullying, anything to do with harassment. I'm using a very nice word of domestic violence. And if it was up to me, I really want to focus on domestic violence. If you're a nonprofit and you every day do your part, please contact me. Because if we can address domestic violence, we could solve a lot of issues, create a better culture, a better environment. Children who feel safe, who are not abused, wives, husbands, same context, mental, physical, emotional, that type of abuse, it does cause a strain. It affects the way you work, the way you are at school, any setting you're in, personal, religious, community. and the impact it has on our children. That's what scares me. The impact that domestic violence has on our children. The impact that bullying has on our children. Any form of harassment. And when you really put in perspective, it's because of our insecurities. It's because we are insecure, we need to discriminate. And this is my opinion, but at the same time, I do believe that I do want to voice this opinion of mine. I want people to listen and maybe some to argue. I'm a leader, and I'm a leader because of opposition. I don't say what is popular, I say what must be heard.
Gen leaders, that is great. Joshua Chit Tun, possible senator, down the road. Hey, you're making believers out of a lot of people, so great. We'll see what happens. You will come back if you should wind up as senator, as a visit?
I love what you offer and people in the community, so of course.
The offers and future directions that you foresee for Student Direct, Young Inc., Direct Studios, of that sort. What are some projects you foresee?
Well, at this very moment, we're going to leverage social media and get more recruitments.
So that's part of the Chit Tun group too, right?
My group is very focused, and we have some key investors that has helped tremendously, like I said, JBM and a few other organizations. But the key for months to come is our leaders getting more organized.
You know how my show works. You got 30 seconds on your
Simply,
camera.
take the time to become what you can and always work towards a goal. And being part of a team is not the easiest aspect of anything, because you have to believe, and that desire to believe, you know, that passion, I mean, that's all you have, because not everyone has money. But don't let that stop you, because the most brilliant people are the ones who do.
Obviously, that is the truth. That is true. Coming from an totally enlightened young man, or I just say just enlightened man, because age is relative, right?
I'm an old soul, and I'm transcending in time.
Transcending time. Maybe it's an old soul. That's all I'm going to give you. Well, thank you, Joshua. I am holding you back for another visit.
Indeed.
So do come back.
Thank you.
Folks, that has been another edition of Sounds Within with L.V. Smith. And do come back.
Before I start, let me just say one thing. You who don't have a conscience.
Classic.
And I say it all the time, and I think my male friends understand. It's an ongoing joke, but my female friends like, what do you mean I don't have a conscience? What do you mean? Am I doing something wrong, man? So there's some truth to it. I say this half joking, I say this half seriously, which is every decision you make, it has to be done consciously, because there is an effect. Be accountable, be responsible. You are part of the problem,